She's a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, Marsha Blackburn. Senator, thanks so much for being with us on this Saturday. You said earlier this week that the 4 Democratic senators running for president in 2020 need to cut bait. They need to recuse themselves from this upcoming trial. You say, quote, they have an unparalleled political interest in seeing this president removed from office. So that's presumably Warren, Sanders, Klobuchar, and Bennett.
Correct. That is correct. I mean, think about it. They were sworn in to take this oath of office and deliver impartial justice. They took that oath on Thursday. And where did they immediately head? To Iowa, where they're all campaigning this weekend. So I think they need to make a decision. Are they going to do their day job, or are they going to stay with their extracurricular activities and continue running for president? But we know that this is coming toward us. We are going to convene at 1 o'clock on Tuesday, and we will move forward with adopting our resolution and preparing to hear from the House managers and the president's team.
Senator, if we're focusing on fairness here, and we really only want Senate jurors who don't have a vested personal political interest in the outcome of this trial, what about folks like Tom Cotton, Senators Lindsey Graham, who in the past have floated interest in serving in President Trump's cabinet? Should they recuse themselves too, those Republicans?
I think what we have to realize is the Democrats who are running for president are spending millions of dollars, hundreds of hours, and they are wanting to remove Donald Trump from office. They want to defeat him in this election. And other members of the Senate who may at some point in time run for president or serve in a cabinet are not approaching it with that. And you know, Jillian, we have to realize too, anybody who ever serves on a grand jury or serves on a jury, they have opinions, they have a point of view, but they are able to look at the facts in front of them and make a decision. And I think that's the way the majority of the Senate approaches this. It is not the way those that are running for president and are even this weekend out campaigning, even in an Iowa snowstorm. That is not going to be the way that they approach it.
A lot of Americans would say they find the idea that any senator on either side of the aisle, any of the 100 sitting senators, could be in some way politically impartial in this trial, though, is laughable. So if we're going to start eliminating Democrats, do we need to be fair about who among your own colleagues are sort of hopelessly biased here?
No, we have to realize that every day members of the Senate go to work, and many of the things that we approach are done in a bipartisan manner. And we work together on these issues, whether it is expanding access to high-speed internet, whether it's the successful trade deals that President Trump finished this week, the USMCA that got 89 votes in the U.S. Senate, the China trade deals, which have been widely applauded, those Tier 1 signings that took place, and or the Japan agreement that went into effect on January 1st. That all has wide bipartisan support. There is a difference of opinion, but bear in mind the only bipartisanship in the House impeachment vote was a bipartisan vote against the impeachment of President Trump. It was a partisan party line vote for that impeachment.
What do you make of this new legal defense team the president has lined up? 8 folks. They kind of span the gamut in terms of how long they've been practicing, where in the nation they've been practicing. Interesting that overnight Alan Dershowitz, who was announced yesterday by the White House in their own official rollout, is already trying to put distance between himself and the president here. He's been saying he's only going to be part-time. He's not really part of this, official all-star lineup. That's not a great look for the defense team.
What you have is a group that has a diverse wealth of experience, and I really like that. The fact that they come from different disciplines and different backgrounds. I have always found when I was building a team and I was leading an organization that what I wanted to see within that team was diversity of experience and different levels of experience, different age ranges, so that you have that strength that comes from that diversity. You see that in the president's team. I know they are going to serve him well. Our goal, my goal, is to be certain that we are fair in this process and that we move through this in an expedient manner and get back to the nation's business.
All right, Senator Blackburn, thanks so much for your time today.
You.
We will look forward to seeing you on the air next week when this trial gets underway.
Absolutely, thank you.
Leland.
President Trump took a bit of a victory lap.